What's going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on your face, neck, and chest. And man, oh man, with the amount of fucking set photos that are being leaked on the internet, we might have fucking seen the goddamn movie. Nah, I'm just kidding. But because you know those people are gonna be like, why are they showing set photos on the internet? They're just gonna spoil the whole movie. No, they're not. They're not gonna spoil anything. Shut the fuck up. Have a Coke and a smile, okay? Now, but all this set photos, images that's being leaked on the internet, that's just fucking getting me even more pumped up, even more excited for what Matt Reeves is about to bring us. Because trust me when I tell you, Matt Reeves, if you haven't seen his previous movies, if you haven't seen Cloverfield, if you haven't seen his Planet of the Apes trilogy, or Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes, by God, go watch it, because the man knows how to world build. His world building is absolutely exceptional, especially for what he's gonna do with the Batman, with Robert Pattinson, and the world building he's gonna do with this film, and the cast of characters from the Batman lore, from the Batman mythology that he's going to input into this movie. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. And yes, people are a little concerned about, whether or not Matt Reeves is putting too many villains in this movie. It's going to be like Spider-Man 3 all over again, which is like, can we just stop with that already? Right? Spider-Man 3 was like, what, almost 15 years ago? All right, we've matured over the years. For the most part, Hollywood directors and producers have learned from their mistakes. For the most part, because Warner Brothers is still a little slow on that department. Batman, oh, look at this fucking set photo. Oh, Batman on a gargoyle just gets my, just gets my just gives me fucking goosebumps on my taint. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's absolutely phenomenal. Oh, just again, what Matt Reeves is doing is just pure comic accuracy. Just Batman on a gargoyle. That's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. That's it. That's all I want to see. But back to my point on whether or not he's putting too many villains in. No, he's not. Let's break it down, right? Who's in this movie? Penguin, right? Before he becomes Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot. We have Selena Kyle, right, who's evolving into Catwoman. And we have John Turturro, who's playing crime boss Carmine Falcone, right? And we have Riddler, Paul Dano, before he's like really the Riddler. And that's about it. That's about it. Now, other villains are going to appear in this movie, but they're not going to be at the forefront. They're not going to be the main star of this movie, right? Again, what Matt Reeves is doing is world building, right? Putting these cast of characters in the movie, populating them into this film so that when this film is a major success, you get to see what, all these characters in Batman Part 2, in Batman Part 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because Matt Reeves is expanding the world, not just for the villains, but also for the heroes, because Matt Reeves is going to introduce the Bat Family. Yes! Matt Reeves is taking so much inspiration from the Batman Long Halloween and the Batman Dark Victory. And if we read Batman Dark Victory, who's introduced in that story? A young Dick Grayson. And yes, Matt Reeves is going to introduce Dick Grayson into this film. Now, again, do I know this 100% for sure? Official confirmation, book it in your books? No, I do not. But I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that, we're going to get some sort of tease in this film alluding to the Flying Graysons, alluding to Dick Grayson, who will be later introduced in the following sequels, with Robert Pattinson taking Dick Grayson under his wing and making him become, Robin and stuff like that. Again, which is phenomenal. How can you not be excited about that? That right there, to see like a live action Batman and Robin done properly this time, like with a little kid looking up to Batman, Bruce Wayne. Oh, that's like comic book heaven right there. Who's not excited to see that? Who's not excited to see that? So again, I'm not concerned at all on whether or not Matt Reeves is gonna, force feed all these villains into this movie, because he's not gonna do that. He's going to populate the movie with all these villains. But again, they're going to be in the background. We'll probably get like a mention here and there. And we're not even going to get like the full villain of seeing them in their like full of villain mode. They're always, again, this is the beginning stages of all these villains. This is the beginning stages of Batman, Bruce Wayne. So this is Riddler before he becomes Riddler. This is Oswald Cobblepot before he becomes Penguin. This is Selena Kyle before she becomes Catwoman. Again, everyone is developing into their roles to become who they will become in the future. This is Batman year 2. Remember that. This is not, Batman v Superman where you have the older Bruce Wayne and all the villains are established. No. All the villains are here. All the villains are populated in this city, in this world, but we're not going to see them anytime soon. Just like, the big one is Joker, right? Are we going to see Joker in this movie? No, but I think we're going to get a tease. We're going to get some people like alluding to the Joker, that he already exists in this world, and we're probably going to see him in part 2 and then part 3 and stuff like that. Same with Scarecrow, same with Clayface if he's in the movie, same with Tweedledee and Tweedledum, same with who else, Ra's al Ghul if they decide to go that route, or with the Court of Owls, who again some people are saying that the Court of Owls is in this movie. I have a feeling they are in this movie. It'll be pretty cool to see, because again, there's a image floating around of when in the trailer where Batman grapbles up into the balcony, and we see like people running with some sort of mask on their face. Some people are saying, "Oh, that's the Court of Owls." Again, I don't know. It could be, because this movie takes place on Halloween, so it could be the Court of Owls. Because Riddler does mention something to the effect of, he says something in the trailer. He says, "You're part of this now," or something like something alluding to the fact. So I don't know, when Riddler says that, I don't know if he's talking about the corruption going on in Gotham City, or I don't know if he's talking about something bigger than all the corruption going on. Maybe the Court of Owls. Again, if the Court of Owls is in this movie, which I think they might be, I think it's a tease. I think that they're just going to set them up here, set them up in the background, and then, Batman Part 2 or Part 3, then they will play a larger role in the future. But again, like right here in this picture, I think that you see like a guy somewhere like wearing a white mask. Again, I don't know if that's actually the Court of Owls. I don't know. Again, I don't think Matt Reeves would spoil that in the trailer. I don't think that's part of it. I think they're going to be saved in the near future, but who knows? Either way, I'm excited for the Court of Owls, because again, there are new villains created by Scott Snyder during the New 52 run. If you haven't read that book, Court of Owls, I highly suggest you do it, because it's awesome. But again, I will love it. I would love it if they were introduced here. Again, planting the seed in this movie so it could be paid off in Batman Part 2 or Part 3 or Part 4. Either way, I'm excited because I want to see the Court of Owls done correctly in the live action. Because I know they were in Gotham, right, in the Fox TV show, but that shit was fucking garbage, and that was trash. It was just like it was just like too goofy, too comical. It just wasn't done correctly, and I think Matt Reeves, if he gets the chance to do it, I think he's going to do it right. It's going to be dark. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be like comic accurate to the source material written by Scott Snyder. So I'm excited for that. And again, this is a cute little tease, a cute little nod to the Court of Owls. I'm excited either way, because I love it, because, Batman has the best villains, right? In my opinion, he has the best rogues gallery. And Matt Reeves, I love the fact that he's basically given carte blanche to take all these villains, build the Batman world, build the Batman mythos, which is exactly what he's going to do with, I think it's GCPD on HBO Max. So that way, he could tell a lot. He could tell a lot of the stories and build up some of the characters, like maybe like Harvey Dent, and build up the mythos of Joker. Because people could be like, "Oh, I've heard of this. Have you heard of this clown going around killing people?" Again, they can mention that, and they could build that up in the TV show. So that way, when we get to like Batman Part 2, we already have a firm grasp of what this version of the Joker, Matt Reeves wants to do in his films, setting up the sequels. So again, it's all brilliant stuff. And the fact that Matt Reeves has been given, like, again, just full reign of taking this Batman mythology. Because again, if you've seen his 17-hour conversation, his 17-hour rant, if you will, on how much he loves the character on DC Fandom, I mean, this franchise cannot be in better hands. The man is capable of doing something unique, doing something special, but also keeping the spirit and the comics alive on film. So again, if people are worried, don't worry. If people are worried about, too many villains, too many, no, don't worry. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine, people. Trust me. Trust me when I say this. He's gonna be fine. He's got a firm grasp. He's got a firm grip on this source material, and it's gonna be phenomenal. Because again, he's gonna do a full on trilogy, and maybe like more, or maybe he'll after the third one he'll executive produce, and then some other director will come in and take the reins of what Matt Reeves did with the trilogy, and then progress it with either Bat Family, Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, Robert Pattinson if he's still interested in doing it. Again, it's just building up the mythos, building up the lore, building up the mythology of what Matt Reeves is gonna do in Batman 1, 2, and 3. It's just the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, it's just genius. Again, it's just great storytelling. Taking every one of these characters that we all know and love and seeing them at stage one, and then seeing them at stage two, and then seeing them at stage three, and then when they fully become who are meant to become, like it's gonna be awesome seeing the Batman Robert Pattinson become the Batman that we all know and love. Seeing Selena Kyle become the Catwoman that we all know and love. Seeing Colin Farrell's Penguin finally being that crime boss that he's gonna become in maybe Batman Part 2 and Part 3. Same with the Riddler. Same with Joker. Whoever this Joker is in this cinematic universe, it's gonna be phenomenal. I cannot wait. And the fact that Matt Reeves is again given full carte blanche, given full creative control, given full reign to tell this epic Batman story, much like Zack Snyder is doing with his storytelling on the Justice League mythos. It's gonna be phenomenal. And by the way, some people are saying this is confirmed Superman, Wonder Woman in this movie. No, Superman is not in this movie. Wonder Woman is not in this movie. It's all just a fun Easter egg, okay? There is no Superman in this universe. If there is, we're never gonna see it. This again, Matt Reeves is just having fun, poking fun, having a fun little Easter egg. No Superman, no Wonder Woman. There's no Superman in this movie. There would never be a Superman in this movie, okay? Anyway, those are my thoughts. Smash that like button, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters. Subscribe, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. Let's continue having a DC conversation as always. Support DC, love DC. Are you excited as I am to see the Batman, to see the full mythology, the full lore of cast of characters in this film? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And be excited, people, because the Batman is going to be awesome. Truth out.